So I fell in love with this Country Living magazine, and they did old school gift ideas, which requires no batteries. They talk about a peppermint cream pie, homemade garland, snow day collectibles, crafty countdown, and a tinsley table setting. Because you're never too old for all of that. Bright ideas from old ornaments, and it really brings the magic of Christmas. It's like living in a snow globe. Take the tour on page 84. This, of course, is the December 2021 issue of Country Living. Okay. Um, One thing that I really enjoyed was their ideas. How to make a tabletop tree. You cover styrofoam cones. They use 12 and 15-inch cones with ornaments attaching to hot glue. Start with the larger ornaments at the bottom, transitioning to smaller ones as you work. Work your way up. Fill in any gaps with mini ornament balls and top the decorative ornament if desired. Wrap the finished tree with vintage tinsel and bearded garland. You can do custom tiebacks with your curtains. Add a hint of festive shimmer to draperies by threading ribbon through the loops on a couple of ornaments, then tying them around your curtain panels. Doorbells. This was really cute. Ring in the holiday season with a DIY door quote-unquote bell swag. To make a stack mini vintage baking molds and bunt pans to form the bell shapes, affixed together, enjoying using your epoxy, EPOXY, hot glue, small ornaments to the bottom to create the clappers. The glue ribbon loops and a bow to the top of your bells for hanging. Add a swag of greenery and an extra flourish. A Kitsy candlestick. Upgrade your plain candlestick with a little extra shimmer. Gather a mix of sparkling ornaments in assorted sizes and hot glue them to the glass and silver or wood candlesticks. Our pair is silver plated. Bonus idea. To add a little bling to a plain burlap stocking by simply hooking an ornament around or hanging a loop through the ornament so it can hang. Field notes. A short history of shiny brights. First sold in December of 1939 at Woolsworth 5 and dime stores, glass shiny brights were the most popular Christmas ornaments to the mid-century. To date your vintage ornament, study the cap. The earliest shiny brights had a simple silver tone metal topper with a loop in the 40s during World War II. Caps were replaced with cardboard and paper due to metal shortage after the war. Metal caps returned and crumped, scalloped, and stamped shiny bright made in USA. A striking centerpiece. Give your table a shimmery display that will last all season long. Start by creating two-tiered arrangement by placing a footed tureen on a platter. We used vintage ironstone, and then we fill both dishes with heaps of vintage ornaments varying sizes and shapes. A glitzy game. Take a break from the tree decorating festivities by sitting down to a friendly game of tic-tac-toe. To set it up, simply grab a 3x3 compartment ornament box and 2 sets of matching ornaments, and ready, set, play. Bunt pan wreath. For a colorful kitchen display, line a bunt pan style baking pan with cut to fit styrofoam. Attach in your hot glue. Secure your mix of glass ornament to the styrofoam using your hot glue. Then finish with a large ribbon and bow. Okay, going forward. The almanac. You guys always like when I do this one. Okay, so the wit and wisdom. There were the more merrier when it comes to the tree lights. Start with the 50 light strand per foot of height, then stand back for the dark areas and add more. Stylist Matthew Gleason. The identification key for the greenery. Step aside pine for a twist on a classic. Try one of these leafy green alternatives, which is an olive leaf, a boxwood leaf, or a seeded eucalyptus leaf. And they show wreaths made out of those leaves. Coast to Coast Country Calendar. Celebrate the Yuletide with an old-timey twist at these festivals. Candlelight Christmas at the Biltmore throughout December in Asheville, North Carolina. Experience the season like the Vanderbilts did in 1895 by candlelight during the holiday evenings in this historic estate, Biltmore.com. Victorian Christmas, which is December 5, 8, and 12, 15th, and 19th in Nevada City, California. Visitors are encouraged to dress in that period of costume while taking in the Victorian era carols, roasted chestnuts, and visited from Santa on Main Street. Uh, NevadaCityChamber.com. Dickens of a Christmas, which is December 11th through the 12th in Franklin, Tennessee. Be transported to the era of Charles Dickens as you mingle with the characters from the Christmas Carol after shopping in the artesian booths. Events, WilliamsonHeritage.org. Used for the holiday. These are the festive paint picks, which is inspired by a space scene in the issue. As seen on the kitchen and the ceiling of page 18 is a darker gray, inspired by the country stores like a medium red on page 50. It says Clockwise from Top, Tippy Toes by Benjamin Moore, Classic Red by Valspar, Poinsettia by Sherman Williams, Pine Forest by Glidden, Bed of Pines by Pratt and Lambert, Peppermint Leaf by Benjamin Moore, North Pole Blue by Bear, Dutch the Blue Boy by Sherwin Williams, Ice Rink Blue by Valspar, Snow Day by Clara Paint, and Butter Cookies by PP&G. When I was growing up, I always liked butter cookies. That's a side note. Okay. They have a know-how of drying citrus. You can create ornaments from oranges like those old Catherine Hackler's porch tree on page 79. Slice your fruit, sprinkle the superfine sugar, place 2 to 3 inches apart on foil or silicone mat lined bacon sheets. Bake at 200 degrees for at least 3 hours. The slices shouldn't be sticky to touch. Flipping the slices halfway through, remove the bacon sheets and use a wooden pick to poke a hole near the edge of each slice, and then add an ornament hook once they cool. Style compass, tree colors. Consider swapping your traditional tree skirt for a more durable dressing. The rustic look, which is natural birch bark, $99 at ballarddesign.com. Primitive hand-woven wicker, $127 at amishbaskets.com. The farmhouse, which is galvanized metal, at $129 at grandintheroad.com. Whimsical, which is a red metal with lights, $90 at theglitzhome.com. And of course we have the Ripe for the Pickin', which is Country Living's junkin expert Mary Randolph Carter at Carter Junk. She shares her love of festive lawn displays. Growing up, I was always jealous of the homes that turn their front yards into Christmas lights extravaganzas. Today, these displays complete the tacky Christmas prizes, and Walt Disney himself would be speechless, which is why I turned around my pickup truck, even on that very hot summer day 10 years ago, to take a closer look at this trio of plastic light carolers at a yard sale. Obviously, I couldn't resist. Every Christmas since, they've been in our front yard, along with the reindeers, jolly Santa, snowmen, and endless strings of colored lights. Hurry for tacky Christmas. They have some prize-winning recipes you want to check out. And the last page, I can't believe we got through it that quick. Okay. Sweeterwood Time, gifted almost a century ago, storied set of cookie cutters leaves a lasting impression. It was around 1935 when my grandmother Marie was given a recipe for Christmas cookies. She was a newlywed in New Philadelphia, Ohio, and her landlord, Elauda Winger, was also happened to be the mayor's wife, gave her a recipe. A set of metal cookie cutters associated in animal shapes, save one for Santa Claus, soon followed. Growing up, these cookies graced many holiday platters, always decorated with bright frosting and sprinkles, and they weren't hard to miss, and the shapes and colors remained the same no matter the occasion. It wasn't unusual to see a turquoise chick or a Christmas or a pink Santa on an Easter Sunday. My grandmother was meticulous about rolling, cutting bacon, and decorating these cookies, shooting anyone and everyone who tried to help her out of the kitchen. Sorry, that was shooing. But when age and arthritis took its toll, she finally allowed me in, and under her very watchful eye, showed me how to create these treats. When my grandmother passed in 1994, my mother entrusted the handwritten recipe card and cutters to me, and I know I'll pass that tradition to my own daughter. It's not just a holiday without him. Darcy Anders of Flat Rock, North Carolina, as told to the writer and photographer Shannon Novak. And that was very nice. And there's many good stories. You don't want to miss it out. in this book, so be sure to pick it up. Thank you for tuning in tonight. God bless y'all. Magazine drop-off is for tomorrow, and may I just take a moment. I won't share everything that's going on, but may I ask for prayers? Um, just a lot of stress right now. I usually am really strong, like an oak, and I shelf usually my emotions. Putting myself last and others first is what I'm famous for. But if you can put some prayers up there, maybe things will be better. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in.